Okay, so good afternoon, all of you. We'll start the lecture. In earlier lectures, you have gone through how to calculate this compressive force, tensile force using this diagram. This is the stress strain diagram for the cross section of single force, basically being. And here we have seen that through strain diagram and stress diagram, we can calculate depth of compressive force, then total compressive force, total tensile force, neutral axis depth, then limiting or maximum value of XU for different grade of steel. And then we have also seen how to calculate percentage of reinforcement, maximum percentage of reinforcement. Then for maximum maximum percentage of reinforcement for different grade of the concrete. So if we just look at that, yes, this percentage of reinforcement is there, and this percentage is depend upon this is the formula, and in this formula, if you just replace it with different grade of the concrete, say M15, M20, M25, 30, and so on. So almost it is at the interval of 5 Newton per mm square. So M15 Newton for M15 or 15 Newton per mm square. So this value of PT limited we got at 1.32. So once you get this 1.32, in that case, yes, of course, max by D is also considered as here for mild steel 0.53. So if you want to calculate this percentage of steel, so this part depends upon which grade of concrete as well as which grade of steel you are going to use, because Xc max is there. Okay, based on this Xc max, your grade of steel will also get changed. So with the help of, or we can use the same formula. So if suppose this is M20 grade of the concrete, we got 1.76 as percentage of steel for 250 Newton per mm square. That is the mild steel. Then it just goes on increasing 2.2 and then 2.6. This M15, you can say it is at this position. And similarly, we have this. This is PT. PT, percentage of steel value. So for this part is for 415. This is for 500. So M20, 25, 30. So we have just calculated for just only up to this part. Even we can just go on calculating 35, 40, 45 like that. But yes, you have only this grade of steel 250, 415 or 500. So as you have seen in the earlier slide itself, that yes, this depends upon what is the value of Xc max by D and this PT limited. So you have got this one factor and then FCK also. So for this case, if you just go on calculating, or only for mild steel, if you just go on changing this FCK, you will get the values. But if you just change this Xc max by D, that the different one, so this is Xc max by D ratio 0.53, 48, and 0.46 for 250, 415, and 500. So with the help of these values, you can go on calculating this percentage of steel. So that's the table. So values of percentage of steel. This was the basically percentage of steel limited, PT limiting. And now, how does this factor depend upon? So if we just calculate simply 0.04, 0.088, 0.048, and 0.038 times FCK. So value of FCK, if we just go on changing. So this is how the percentage of PT limiting value you can calculate. So if you know this, so you can calculate for different grade of the concrete. This is the different steel grade, 250, 415, 500. What is the unit of this one? It is always Newton per mm square. Newton per mm square. So 250 Newton per mm square, 415 Newton per mm square, and 500 Newton per mm square. So yes, Aditya, if you have any doubt or if you have any question, you can just type it in the chat box.
सर पीटी लिमिट जे आहे
हाँ
ते आपण कॅल्क्युलेट नाही करायचं आहे, फक्त हे लर्न करून ठेवायचे.
हा हे जे फॉर्म्युले आहेत आपण जे पाहतोय आता सध्याचं, तर हे वेगळे वेगळे ज्या याच्यावरून फॉर्म्युले आपण डिराईव्ह केलेले आहेत, तर जेव्हा त्याचं काम पडेल, प्रॉब्लेम्स मध्ये जेव्हा त्याचं काम पडेल, तेव्हा मग याचा यूज करू आपण.
हा म्हणजे माइल्ड स्टील असेल तर त्याच्यासाठी जे 0.83 ते एफसीके तेवढं 88 एफसीके तेवढं टाकून द्यायचं.
हे सध्या हे फॉर्म्युले आहेत सध्या. आता जेव्हा आपण सपोज की M20 ग्रेड ऑफ कॉन्क्रीट दिलेला आहे अँड Fe415 ग्रेड ऑफ स्टील दिलेला असेल, आणि मग त्यासाठी तुम्हाला कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं, मग 0.0488 आणि याच्यामध्ये 20 जर पुट केलं तर तुम्हाला मग त्याची व्हॅल्यू मिळेल.
जी सर, थँक्यू सर.
Okay, so the question from we will take the questions in the last 5 minutes. If you have any kind of questions, you can just go on typing in the chat box, and we'll just go through all the questions in the last 5 minutes. One question from Amir. It was a design strength, characteristic strength से कम क्यों आती है? So we will see it in the we already seen in the earlier lectures, but we will recap in the last comment. So this is value of PT limiting we have calculated, and based on this formula you can go on calculating for the different problems. Then moment of resistance. So next part is the moment of resistance. Moment of resistance is something which is very important part, that basically a beam section, how it is going to behave for flexure or for the bending, and what is the capacity of that particular section or a beam or slab. So it we can get it with the help of this moment of resistance. So there are basically three sections we can say. The first one, that is the under reinforced. Then you have this over reinforced, and one is balance section. So under reinforced section, when we will say the under reinforced section, there is, or when we say that a particular section or particular beam section which is rectangular, when we will say that is the under reinforced section, what is the criteria for it? What are the different parameters? On basis of that, we can say that yes, that part is a under reinforced, or that section is under reinforced. So the first one, that is when XU is less than XU max. So when XU, the value of XU is less than XU max, or percentage of steel is less than limiting value of the percentage of steel, so then we can say the section is under reinforced. So these are the basically two conditions when we'll say. So we have to first of all calculate XU, what is XU, and then what is XU max, and then what is XU max. So we will compare which one is, which has more value. Similarly, we can again another approach, calculate PT or PT limiting. So out of these two, which one is limiting, or which one is which one is, which has more value, which has the lower value? Based on that, yes, we can say that yes, this is the under reinforced section, or this is not. Well, then apart from it, suppose the strain in the steel at the time of the limit set of collapse, so that will be more than this 0.87 Fy by Es plus 0.002. So that's the formula we have seen. If you want to just recap that particularly, yes. So that's the strain value. If we just look at, this is the strain value, this is the stress value, and based on this, what we are going to do. And if you just look at here, what it's saying, the strain in the steel at the time of the limit set of collapse will be more than this one. And the design stress in the steel will be 0.87 Fy. So in that case, what we can say, or what is moment of resistance? The moment of resistance, this value is equals to Tu, that is the tensile force, multiplied by Z. Z is the distance between the compressive force and the tensile force, and that value is D minus 0.42 XU. So Tu is, as you know, that it is going to be Tu, or that particularly, if you just consider, or if you just replace that value, so you will get that tensile force, that Tu equals to 0.87 Fy into ASP. So as we have already covered how we got these things, Tu and so Tu as well as Z. So if you just look at, we got here Tu, that is 0.87 Fy ASP. So with this one, so you can just go back to the previous recordings, and then you will be able to understand it better. And while Z, that is the or you can say Tu and Cu, what is that particularly value exactly? So this Z or Zu, it is D, this is total D minus 0.42 XU. So that is the value. So based on it, based on this, you can calculate moment of resistance. So what is the value of moment of resistance in that case? What you should remember? You should remember this formula. And anyway, this formula is also available when we will go through the IS code. So you will be able to see this thing, moment of resistance for the balance, for the under and force section. How to calculate this? You don't need again. In that case, you have to remember, or you have to just go through the IS code where you will be able to see that formula. So what are the different parameters on which this moment of resistance depends? So there are, let's see, this parameter Fy. What is Fy? Characteristic strength of the steel. ASC, reinforcement, steel reinforcement. D, that is the depth of the, or you can say uh, this D, which is measured from the top fiber to the reinforcement. Or we'll simply deduct it, or you will get this D as the effective depth. And then 0.42 XU, depth of the neutral axis. Then you have this maximum depth of neutral axis, XU max, as well as XU. So these are 1, 2, 3, and 4 parameters on which Fy, Fc, D, and XU. So this Mu depends upon these 4 parameters. Moment of resistance is depend upon these 4 parameters. Similarly, this was for the under and force section. When we'll say under and force section, this is the thing. If X is less than XU max, or PT is less than PT limiting. So in that case, we can say it is basically the under and force section. Now, what is the second part? Second part is the balance section. So you got here under and force, the concept of under and force. Now the next part is the concept of the balance section. So when we'll say it is a in balance section. So balance section, if we just look at when XU is equals to XU max or PT equals to PT limiting. So this is the condition. As we have seen, this XU and XU max, if they are equal, then we can say that yes, XU equals to XU max, then we can say it is a balance section. So we have seen that at the time of limit state of collapse, the strain in the concrete is 0.035. So what is the strain still? 0.87 Fy by Es plus 0.002. So moment of resistance will be maximum, or we can say it's the minimum limiting value. Now here Mu limiting is equals to Cu multiplied by Z. Earlier we have seen that it was Tu, now here it is Z. So this you know that D is minus 0.42 XU max, because XU is equals to XU max, and that's the reason now instead of XU, you got here term as XU max. We already calculated Cu also. We already calculated Cu as also in earlier part. So that's the value. Cu equals to 0.36 FCK XU into B. So as we have seen, maximum epsilon Cu on the compression part, that is 0.0035, and epsilon Su, that is on the steel, it is 0.875 by Es plus 0.002. Right now, this this is the neutral axis, and this is Xu. Also, you have to calculate what is Xu max. So when we'll calculate Xu and Xu max, and we'll check whether Xu is less than, or whether Xu is greater than, or whether Xu is equals to Xu max. So based on that, we can basically get this under enforced or balance section. And in this case, just replace this CU and Z. Here, just remember this XU is equals to XU max. So XU in earlier slide, it has been replaced by XU max. Now, if you just rearrange this formula, you will get in terms of this MU limiting. As I already told you that yes, you will get this. If you can remember this, okay. Otherwise, you can just go through IS code. We'll just while designing a problem, we'll go through that particular page number and we'll get this balance section moment of resistance. So here final formula for moment of resistance, in which case we are talking about balance section. So for balance section, you got this MU limiting equals to 0.36 into XU max by D. 1 minus 0.42 XU max by D into BD square FCK. Why we have converted in terms of XU max by D? Because we already have this XU max by D ratio. Yes, we do have already XU max by D ratio depend upon the grade of the steel. Yes, this is the grade of the steel, and you got here F5 equals to 250, 415 500, and you got here XU max by D ratio, or this is 0.5348 and 0.46. If you just go make understand, you'll get 0.43, 0.48, and 0.46. So this is how you can use directly this part 0.53, 0.48, and 0.46 for FE 250, 415, 500, and then we'll get this the final formula. So it depends upon yes, XU max by D ratio, width of the beam, effective depth of the beam, and grade of the concrete. So that is how moment of resistance or how that particularly beam will behave under flexure or under bending, how much capacity that particularly section have. So when XU is greater than XU max, or percentage of steel is greater than percentage or the limiting value of the percentage of steel. So the section is over reinforced. We also say if it is X is less than XU max, under reinforced. If it is equals to balance and if it is greater than, then we'll say it is over reinforced. Since the amount of steel is more than that in the balance section, so the strain in the concrete will reach to its ultimate value and the strain in the steel will remain less than its yield value, that is 0.87 Fi by ES plus 0.03. Now here what happened, this compressive strain in the concrete will reaches to ultimate value first and then sudden failure of the section occurs by crushing of the concrete in compression. Without giving any warning of the large deformation and cracks as it does occur on the under reinforced section. So you should not give the over reinforced section. Your section should not be over reinforced. Since the failure is initiated by compression in concrete, it's known as primary compression failure. While analyzing the section, it may fall under the category of over reinforced section. So under over reinforced section, basically this is not permitted while designing any kind of the section by limit state method or LSM. As per this IS code, which IS code we are going to use? We are going to use IS code 562,000. What is the full form of LSM? Limit state method. Okay. So what is the major part here? That over reinforced section should be avoided. So we should not go for the over reinforced section. But for the over reinforced section, what is the moment of resistance formula? It is the same as that of the under reinforced section. Sorry, for the balance section. We have seen this Cu into Z. This is also Cu into Z. So now, if you just calculate for mild steel, what is the value of moment of resistance mu? As you have seen, moment of resistance, this value, and if you just look at this under enforced section, so you can see that yes, it depends upon grade of the steel, Fy, right? And suppose it is a balance section, so it depends upon your FCK. Yes. Okay. So moment of resistance, if we just target mild steel, or what is the Fy value here? Fy value is 250 Newton per mm square. So Xu max by D ratio is 0.53. So if we just look at this Mu limiting value, so Mu limiting value for mild steel, that Xu max by D is 0.53. Just put there Xu max by D, that is 0.53. If you just put here, so in that case, you will get Mu limiting value is 0.149 FCKBD square. Or this factor is also called as Ru limit, or limiting moment of resistance coefficient. It is also that part. Or we can say it's a Q. So 0.149 FCK for mild steel, 0.149 for mild steel. Okay. So Mu limiting, if you just calculate, go on calculate. So you will get 0.149 FCK square, 0.138 FCK square, and 0.133 FCK square. So these are the values of moment of resistance for 250, 415, and 500. That's the limiting values of Mu. So those are the limiting values of Mu, and depends upon majorly X max by D. X max by D is depend upon which grade of the steel you are going to use. Whether it is mild steel or whether it is HYSD. In HYSD, you do have two parts, right? So 250, 415, and 500, all these three grade of the steel, and we got here the values of Mu. So, if we just look at that, yes, moment of resistance, so it depends upon whether that section is under enforced or balance section or over enforced. And in this under enforced section only, you got here moment of resistance, that Mu equals to Tu into Z. So the value of Tu, that is 0.87 FYST, while the value of Z, that is D minus 0.42 XT. So that is the under enforced section. And then you have this balance section where x is equals to x max. So where you can see that, yes, this is 0.36 FCK into x max d into d minus 0.42 x max. So you have just converted in terms of this x max by d ratio. And for the moment of resistance, in case of this over enforced section, okay. So what happens in the over enforced section? Understand that compressive strain in the concrete that will reach to ultimate value first, and sudden failure of section occurs by crushing of the concrete in failure, in compression, and that failure will occur. Well, according to IS 456, yes, this is not allowed. Over enforced section is not allowed, or you should not design that as over enforced. So you can change the parameters. You can change simply the parameters so that it should not become over enforced, and that would be feasible solution. And if you can remember this thing, well, in IS 456, you will get just this formula, but these values, if you know, majorly, if you look at any kind of competitive examination, in that case, in competitive examination, yes, you have to remember this formula. I'm limiting the value for different steel, and it depends upon this and FCK base. So this is the simplified format. Again, simplified format of PT limiting. You got here this one in terms of FCK 0.088, 0.048, 0.038. So these are the major things which are more important. And yes, we can stop here, and we'll just go through some of the doubts that, yes, Amir has asked that design strength, characteristic strength. Why it is there's a difference, design strength and characteristic strength. So it depends upon, as you have seen. So this is the major part, design strength and the characteristic strength, because when we are going to consider characteristic strength, this characteristic strength is basically, just if you can understand this as your, or it's the curve for the concrete, Preston curve for the concrete. So basically this is the strain, and then this is the stress on the y-axis, strain on the x-axis. And if you just calculate, or if you just draw Preston curve, so you will get that first of all this has FCK. FCK, yes, it is a basically characteristic strength. Now, for design purpose, compressive strength on the concrete in the structure shall be assumed. So we are already going to assume 0.67 times of the characteristic strength. And then partial safety factor we are going to apply. Why this is so? Because we have to just check that we know that, yes, because of certain things, or there could be certain loads that have not been considered, or workmanship is the major part. Workmanship, you just look at that, the way this particularly labor and the engineers usually work. So exact thing is not possible. Exact that we will, when we just consider at the laboratory, we usually take the weight of that particularly cement, sand, aggregate, and all those things. But This is not possible in actual state. And that's the reason this particularly workmanship plays a vital role. We do not consider that workmanship is better always. And that's the reason we just consider this part. So this is according to the IS code. This is already according to the IS code that yes, they have just considered all those things and you got their FCK. So FCK will, so if you just consider M15 grade of the concrete, yes, you will have this 15 as your FCK, but when you just consider while designing, so you have to first of all go through this 0.67 times and then make the partial safety factor of 1.5, and yes, definitely that makes a difference. So that is how the thing is.
तो सर हम डिजाइन जो है वो 15 के लिए बनाएंगे क्या डिजाइन स्ट्रेंथ के लिए बनाएंगे?
Which design?
सर अगर कोई स्ट्रक्चर हमको डिजाइन करना है तो अगर कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स एंड 20 है और डिजाइन स्ट्रेंथ हमारी 18 आ रही है तो हम 18 के लिए डिजाइन करेंगे क्या 20 के लिए डिजाइन करेंगे?
See, basically, when we just go for a designing part, so in the design part, we are not yet started. So when we'll start, you will better understand it. Right now, just understand this parameter. You will get confused.
Yes, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. So here we can stop, and we'll see the next part in the next section. Thank you.